In this video, I'm going to be going through and singing through a worship medley, a worship mashup of a handful of worship songs, common worship songs, popular worship songs over the years. And then I'm going to show you how to play these songs with just 3 chords and 1 strum pattern. I know that strumming is usually the hardest thing for beginners, and even if you've been playing for a little while. So I'm going to show you a really simple strum pattern that you can use for all 5 of these songs. And I'm going to have the chords and the lyrics up on the screen as I'm playing through these songs. That way you can practice with me. You can use these songs, all 5 of these songs, a few of these songs if you're leading worship for a small group or a Bible study or a college ministry or for your church. So feel free to use these songs. I have the chord charts for all of these songs on my Patreon page, which I'll link down below in the description. So if you need to print them off, if you need to download them into a PDF, they will be on my Patreon page. So yeah, let's get into it. So for these songs, I'm going to be playing with capo on the 6th fret. So we're going to be using capo on the 6th fret with these chords. So we've got the G chord, and we're just going to make this super simple. The G chord, going to keep these 2 fingers locked in on those bottom 2 strings. We're going to move these 2 fingers down to that C chord right there. So G, C, and then for this last chord, the D chord, we're going to take that middle finger off and then bring that pointer finger down 1 string to your D chord. And we're keeping these 2 fingers locked in on those strings the entire time. That way we're just moving 2 fingers for all of those chords. So those are the chords we're going to use for this worship medley. On the last song that I sing through and go through in this worship medley, I'm going to use a different chord voicing, a different chord variation that makes the chord and makes the guitar sound really nice. It just gives it a different sound. So hang on to the end of this video. I'm going to walk you through that chord variation once I get through the final song of this worship medley. So the strumming pattern, it's going to be super easy. We're just going to do this. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. So that strum pattern right there is going to be the basic strum pattern that's going to get you through this entire set list, this entire worship medley, and it's going to sound really good. And if you want to build on this strum pattern and add some additional downs, maybe some additional ups, you can definitely do that and kind of make it your own strum pattern. Kind of doing those down up strums or just adding in. Not that you want to be playing the song at that speed or at that volume, but you have this strum pattern, the down, 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 up, as your template to build from. And then additionally, I have individual song lessons, tutorial lessons on all of these songs that I'm about to do in this worship medley for you. So if you need more advanced work on strumming, if you need more of a breakdown on chords and on transitions between chords and strumming for each individual song, I have those individual tutorials available for you as well. And I'll link those in the description, or you can just type into YouTube Garrett Nogan and then just put in whatever the song is called. So again, if you need the chord charts for these songs, they'll be on my Patreon page. I'm going to go through this worship medley, this worship mashup, and I'm going to show you at the end of the song that chord voicing, that chord variation that's going to sound really good. So stick around for that. Light of the world, you step down into darkness. Open my eyes, let me see beauty that made this heart adore you. Hope of a life spent with you. Here I am to worship, here I am to bow bow down. Here I am to say that you're my God. You're altogether lovely, altogether worthy, altogether wonderful to me. We fall down, we lay our crowns at the feet of Jesus. The greatness of His mercy and love at the feet of Jesus, and we cry, holy, holy, holy. We cry, holy, holy, holy. We cry, holy, holy, holy is the Lamb. I exalt thee, I exalt thee, I exalt thee, O Lord, and I exalt thee, and I exalt thee, and I exalt thee, and O Lord, Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, with thanksgiving. Thou be a living sanctuary for you. Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, with thanksgiving. I'll be a living sanctuary for you. The amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved the wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found, was blind, but now I see. My chains are gone, I've been set free. My God, my Savior, has ransomed me. And like a flood, His mercy reigns, unending love, amazing grace. Okay, so that last chord that I was playing there, that chord variation up here, sounds really, really nice. It's just a D chord. So instead of playing this D the whole time, you can keep this pinky finger locked in on that high E string And basically you're just using this C major formation, keeping that pinky finger on that high E string and bringing it up 2 frets. And you're not playing that low E string, so you can play it with the pinky on, you can play it with the pinky off. And when you're doing that, if you want to, when you're coming back to a G chord or even a C chord, you know, sometimes when you're in this formation, getting back to that C at 9 is kind of tricky. So you can just go back to that C major. So from that D to that C. And then for the G chord, same thing. If you're here doing this D chord and you got to get back to this G, you can just keep your pinky finger locked in and do that G right there with your ring finger. So it's a little bit easier. So hope that video helps you out. Hope this worship medley helps you out in your private worship time with God, in your small groups, in your church, wherever you're playing, and wherever you're worshiping.